Hi, I'm Alpha Trivette, and this is my 5-minute morning show. I'll start the clock right now. I've got my Hokie gear on today. See, Virginia Tech. I've even got Hokey Pokey Elmo here with me because Virginia Tech plays in the ACC tournament. They got a first-round bye, and they're going to play Miami. Miami beat Wake Forest last night or yesterday, so they play the U. Miami calls themselves the U, like they're the university. Come on. Anyway, bad weather in Atlanta today. Even worse than yesterday, it seems. There could be some high winds and possibly hail. Now, remember what I told you yesterday about when you're driving in Georgia, you got to have your headlights on, okay? Especially if the weather's going to be really bad and hail going on. So, again, rule of thumb, right, is if the wipers are on, the headlights are on. Got that? Okay, don't be an imbecile. Drive with your headlights on, all right? Weather like this, I feel particularly bad for people. I know you've seen them. I mean, they're out making a buck, and God bless them for that. You'll see them as you're driving along, standing alongside the road or alongside the street, and they're waving you into a certain business. Well, they're either dressed as Ben Franklin or Statue of Liberty or Uncle Sam, trying to get you to come in and do your taxes. I'm not so sure that's really an impulse sort of thing. It's like, you know, I'll stop by the grocery store and pick up a loaf of bread and some milk. Oh, and I'll pull in here and do my taxes. It just seems like that you got to think that out a little bit more. But I do feel sorry for those people, I'm telling you, because they're standing out in weather like this, and they're dressed ridiculously. And you know they got to be thinking, I hope my friends don't see me doing this. And what they have on is certainly not conducive to protecting themselves against this kind of weather. So I feel bad for them. I don't know how much money they make, but it's got to be humiliating. If it's enough money, I'd do it myself. Don't get me wrong. I do remember this, though, a couple of summers back. Blistering hot. I just finished a radio remote, and it wasn't a good one. Sometimes they're not so good because the clients can be kind of doofus, if you know what I mean. So I'm leaving there, and I'm not in a good mood, driving home, and I see this guy standing in the blistering sun, waving people into a restaurant, and he was dressed like a hot dog. Suddenly, my troubles didn't seem so bad. Sort of put everything into perspective for me, and I wasn't in such a bad mood after that. Think about that one. Here's something that's going on around Georgia. Ben Roethlisberger, NFL quarterback, you've heard of him, Pittsburgh Steelers, Super Bowl winner a couple of years ago. Well, he's in a bit of trouble, it seems. He's got a place in Milledgeville, Georgia. Milledgeville is a beautiful, quaint little town in central Georgia. It still has a lot of history there, and he owns a home there for some reason. And last weekend, he had an entourage of folks with him, and he was out on the town celebrating, and one 20-year-old co-ed accused him of sexual assault. Immediately upon hearing the accusations, and presumably from the advice of his weasel attorney, and I say weasel in the nicest possible way, he hightailed it out of town with his whole entourage, claiming he was totally innocent and had nothing to do with that woman. Well, after further review, after the referees came out from under the hood, they realized that, well, yeah, he kind of did. And he admits it now. He says, yes, he did have, quote, hard contact with the woman, but no sexual intercourse. Hard contact, but no sexual intercourse. What do you suppose he means by hard contact? Was she not wearing helmet and shoulder pads? Did he send her on a slant pattern over the middle and she get creamed by the safety? I'm not sure here. Some witnesses say that he was accompanied by teammates Willie Colon and a couple of Pennsylvania police officers. Some of those witnesses also say that the entourage was responsible for going out, finding attractive women, and bringing them in to Big Ben. Now, if they were, these officers, if they were state troopers, how would you like to have a gig like that? I mean, by day, you're a crime fighter. By night, you're an NFL quarterback's nookie bookie. Boy. At any rate, we got to figure out what this hard contact was all about and the whole deal. So the investigation continues. Meanwhile, there's also a civil suit pending. A woman in Las Vegas has sued Big Ben over a similar accusation. So we'll see how all that plays out. Running out of time here, so let's get to expand your brain a little bit. Here's the question for you for today. May 31st, this American icon celebrates an 80th birthday. 80 years old on May 31st. Who or what are we talking about? Clint Eastwood. Can you believe that? The guy's 80 years old. There's going to be a big movie marathon for Clint Eastwood on TV, so watch out for that. Wouldn't we all like to look that good at 80? I'd like to look like that good at 60. I'd like to look that good right now, for crying out loud. But anyway, happy birthday on May 31st to Clint Eastwood. Tell him happy birthday. It'll make his day. That's my 5-minute morning show. I'm Alpha Trivette. We'll see you next time.